Hello, hello, hello. Hi, you guys. Hello. It's Tutorial Tuesday on Monday. Tutorial Tuesday on Monday. How's everybody doing? I'm super excited about this tutorial because this is what I love to do. It's a little bit of doodling, it's a little bit of scribbling, it's a little bit of art journal fun, it's a little bit of experimenting with paint. And so it really is. I really, really love doing this way, painting this way, working this way. Sorry, I can't see up close with the glasses on, but I have to put them on when I'm down painting. So I will be going back and forth. Hi, Michelle. Hello, hello, hello. I'm going to pull us up here on Facebook. Groups. Okay, here we are. Let me turn the sound down. I am here. Hi, Missa. Hi, Gail. Hi, Gail. You guys, let's give Gail some love. She just lost her father the other day, and only a little over a year ago, she lost her mother, right, Gail? So she's needing some love, you guys. Some love and support, some B sister support. Is there a live stream link? Oh, yeah, on Patreon? There is. It's on Patreon. I checked before I went on to make sure it was listed on there. It looked like it's there, but I'm not going to worry about it right now because I'm leaving to go out of town tomorrow. So we're just going to do this thing. All right, StreamYard. Yeah, we're streaming from StreamYard. I didn't even, there's got to be, because I didn't even go into Facebook to come on. I went through StreamYard. All right. So, hi, Amy Lowe. How are you? Hi, Colleen. I messaged you today, Colleen, about the canvas. If anybody needs to know where their canvas is going next, please let me know. Okay. All right. I've got this down here. So if I'm looking down, that's because I'm looking at your comments. It's easier for me to see them down there. And I'm going to take the camera down. So we are doing Speedy Expressive Florals. And what, when I say expressive, I mean drawing so fast that you're just kind of expressing yourself with your mood, with your pen, you know, all of that. Sometimes my expressive florals are going to be very scribbly, and sometimes they're going to be less scribbly, just depending on, it could be my mood, it could be the music that's going on. But the idea of this is to just do a lot of them, right? To do a lot of them. Michelle's on Patreon. Okay. And to just kind of get your journals or papers or canvases or whatever you want to paint on. But I like to do these in journals. And then if you're a painter that's trying to sell their stuff, then you can always sell anything you make in a journal as a card, right? You can photograph it and make it as a card. So it's not like, you know, if you're trying to sell, it's not a waste of time. It's always good to work in a journal where you don't have a lot of, you know, fear. So I did post earlier that I wanted you guys to paint a whole bunch of journal pages. So I'm going to take the camera down. I'm going to show you what I did. We're going to do Speedy Expressive drawing, and I'm going to do, I think I'll do at least 3 Speedy Expressive drawings, and then I'm going to paint one and show you kind of what my process is for this. Okay, so camera's coming down, and then I'll flip it around. Nice. Make sure we're good. All right, let me get me all straight. All right. There, that's better. Let me move over a little bit. I got a new desk, you guys. It's so fun. Okay. So I worked in 3 different journals for this. And so this is what I'm going to show you. This is one Speedy Expressive floral. Okay. So that would be a base for my drawing, for my painting, right? But I did this whole spread, but I'm only working on 1/2 the spread in case I like one so much that I want to make prints off of it, right? Which I, you know, it could happen, right? Oh, Gail, that is so sweet. I know. Okay. So then the second side of this is just one that I covered in paint. And that's what I want you to do, is just cover a lot in paint. Then open here, and I did another cover in paint, right? It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be anything. You're going to cover most of it up. It's just to like release that white background, right? And then maybe perhaps provide some interest in your floral. This is another spread that I did. So I'll do one floral on this side and one on this side, just because I can't get away from that seam, right? If it was just doodling something, I would just do it on the whole thing. But since I'm painting florals that I could make into a card, I'm just going to paint that. This one, I sprayed paint on. I have like a spray acrylic paint, and I just sprayed it on. So it was just, let's just get another canvas started, right? And these ones I painted, and I just had white with a little pink on it, and I didn't change my brush. And then I had pink with a little white on it. These were the same colors, and that's how they turned out. So actually, I came from here to there. That's the truth. And I got all the paint off the brush here, and then I dipped in this dark pink. So you can see, like, I took advantage. I had all these sitting out, and I just painted on it. This one I added texture to. This is one that I did the other day. This is just another spread that I was playing with. And here's another expressive floral, right? So all of these, hi Melissa, all these could be turned into really fun paintings. Okay. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pull these aside. I'm going to start small, and I'm going to just do some speedy drawings just to show you. This is kind of the process that I want you guys to try. Okay, so you can already see one side. So let's just try the other side, and we'll get you down a little closer. Good. Okay. All right. So here we are. Is everybody okay? You'll get over it, Gail. You'll get over it. Is everybody okay? Yeah? All right. Let's see here. Hold on. Get some stuff out of the way. All right. Okay. Now I have more space. Okay, so I'm going to, like, half the time, you guys know, I go off to the side. This one, I'm just going to go right in the middle. And let's just say it's going to be a tall, thin base. I have a Sharpie, so no expensive, stuff here. And, we don't have to do a vase. Maybe on another one, I don't do a vase. And you don't have to worry about like this, like covering and all that. It's not like, because we're going to paint it in. So this is the speedy part that I'm talking about. Just kind of going around and drawing a flower. The part that is expressive is that it's just not perfect, right? And that's so cool. Okay, so this is, I know some of you are going, oh my gosh, she's so fast, but this is how I want you to do it. I want you to just be really, really, really expressive with it. Okay. And just almost scribble. And even if you're looking at a bouquet, scribble that bouquet. I've done that a lot of times too, where I'm looking at a bouquet, an actual bouquet, and I'm scribbling it. Okay. You're just getting stuff down on to the canvas. Maybe I'm going to do another one of these. You can add as much detail or not because you're going to paint over this. So to get bogged down in the detail, maybe, you know, maybe that's not something that's going to be good for you. Or maybe you want to put a lot of detail and you want to like literally paint really, you know, tight in the lines. It's up to you. Do. And maybe I want this to be like this. Okay. Adding a few more leaves coming up and around, whatever floats your boat. Okay, so like that's one, right? So there's one done, right? All right, so now I'm going to do one on this one. I love the way this turned out. Where'd you guys go? You flopped, you moved. All right, so let's make sure. Okay. All right. So I'm moving this up a little bit, making sure it's on camera. Take a sip of my water. Just, hi, Luann. Okay. Where did everybody go? Okay. All right. So this one, maybe I'm just going to be like, nah, I don't really want it to be in a vase. So I'm just going to start here. Okay, expressive. So if you're really getting bogged down like with details and with making it perfect, we're not being expressive, right? We're kind of getting bogged down with details, with something we see rather than, you know, how we're feeling the flowers. See, I want kind of some stuff coming up here, some stuff coming up here, some stuff coming up here. Don't worry about lines going over lines because you're going to paint this, right? Well, the air conditioning has been off for 2 minutes and it's already getting hot in here. I can tell I'm going to be taking my sweatshirt off. just going really quickly and adding all sorts of different kind of flowers here. Just letting my imagination say, okay, I haven't done that flower yet, so let's try one of these. I have a feeling this is the one that I'm going to want to paint. Don't you think? With this background, I mean, this background, hey, let's talk about this background. Isn't this background amazing? So also doing this pen starting to go bye-bye. Also doing backgrounds like that where you're just constantly painting them on, like just playing with paint. You learn things. And on this one, I learned that I love the effect of putting a brown base coat on and then painting these colors under it. The lusciousness that came out from that was crazy, crazy. Sometimes I just can't help but add the details, right? I just want more leaves. And just play with it. And so what this, if I end up liking this, right, what this gives me an idea of, because I'm going to go right over all of this with brush strokes, it gives me an idea of what my brush strokes might look like. Some of it I will paint in and not cover up, like I'll paint in it, but some of it I'll go over it because it will be way too tedious for me to, make brush strokes like that, right? So it just is giving me an idea of what I want to do. All right, so that's number 2. And then we can do number 3. And maybe I'll paint something bigger or more loose, right? So let's say this is very textured. So let's see how my, let's go like this. Let's see. Let's do a, wow, that is so textured. So I scraped this with a comb. So that was fun. And maybe I'll just kind of go like this, wickedly. So this might be, a little bit more open, a little less crowded than the other. Maybe a little bit more fun and folky. I don't know. I will look up and look at the comments in a minute. Obviously, I'm finding myself in my zone. Okay, so I mean that's like so simple. I need to make another one of these coming up here. But you know, it's more, well, it's very manageable. I don't know what I was trying to say. It's weird. I made these two same type flowers, but I made them very different. Okay. All right. So we can see all the funness, right, that can come of all of this. All right. So let's start painting. Let's do, ooh. That one is too much. Let's do this. Should we do this one? Maybe we can do that one. All right. I did pull paint up. What do you guys, what's your vote? What is your vote? Which one should I do? This one, the big one, big, medium, or small? Which do you think I should do? Big, medium, or small? The pink, this one? Okay, we'll do that one. That's a lot, but we'll do it. This one. All right, I got smart today and I pulled out my wet palette and I put paint on it. So I would be ready for y'all's. Take off my jacket because it's getting hot in here. So we have black lines and a lot of the black lines are going to show, right? But that is okay. So I'm just going to start getting paint on here where I have some of these stems. And remember, this is going to be, it's still expressive. So there's no reason to get all caught up in the details yet. The details can go on, right? You know, we're going to add details when the paint dries, right? So I'm just going to pick a color and get that color on. And because there's sometimes when I like translucency, but sometimes I don't, I will be going over this again, over the green. And I'm just going to look around to see where I'm going to, oh, the cool thing about already having acrylic on there is I can wipe that out, right, wipe that mess right off. Now, the one that I showed you that I did last week or whenever I did that, that one, I painted the background, like I painted it in. I don't know that I'll do that on this one because I love the background. I will darken it up for sure. We'll see what happens. And then all of these leaves aren't going to be the same color green. That would be so boring, but they're getting the same color base coat. Okay, so I'm going to let that green dry a little bit before I put more green on. I'll move this up a little bit so you guys can see better. And now we're just going to go in with some colors. Yeah, maybe a little dab of yellow there and a little yellow here. And I think these leaves, these will be yellow. You can already see it coming to life, right? Oh, I wonder what my husband's making for dinner, you guys. He said he was going to make dinner tonight. And then this one will be yellow. See, I'm painting inside the lines, but I'm going to be able to go right over those lines and make them, you know, make more sense. Where I've made them disappear a little bit, I'm going to go right over those and make them make sense. I know. I'm so lucky that he does that. I know I am. Okay. Wipe that yellow off. Oh, we need some blue flowers in here because on top of this pink, man, it's going to be so pretty. Color, you know, a little bit of color theory, right? We got to do, I was going to do orange, but right where this is super pink, no way, it's got to be blue or green, a lot of green. Your strokes don't have to be perfect with this. It just is going to give it a fun, quirky, painterly look anyways. And we are going to doodle it when it dries. I love that blue flower. Ooh. All right, let's do something else blue. What about, let's mix some of this dark blue with this white and make a less dark blue. That's all. That was phthalo blue and it's very dark. All right, so I want more blue. Let's say this is going to be blue. Blue rose. Who doesn't love a blue rose? See how that background coming through just makes it delicious, right? Okay, and then we're get some of that dark blue in here. All right, now let's go to some red. Why not? That definitely is beautiful. Especially with that pink coming through the background. It, you know, you don't need a second coat because it's just luscious, blending really good with the pink. That's pretty. Now I'm going to go to orange. Yep, I'm using all the colors. That is so pretty. I love it. Okay. I love the orange. Did you guys see the tutorials I posted today? We're going to do a parrot. I'm so excited. I found that photo of the parrot. And I'm like, oh, we're going to bring him to life. He's so quirky. All right, I'm going to get back in here on this yellow and add another coat. Because I don't want it that translucent. A little bit is going to be fine with me, but not that much. Okay, and now I have yellow on my brush. I'm going to leave that one like that because it's fun. I have this yellow on my brush, and so I'm just going to put it in the green because it's going to work and make some brighter but not as bright green for this to go over these. Just giving it another layer. Layers are always good. They're always, always good. You can see I've done this whole thing with one brush. Did you guys notice that? Or two brushes? Two brushes. That's all we needed. Oops, I missed a yellow leaf. Were any of you screaming at me about that? About the yellow leaf? She missed a leaf. A petal. Not a leaf. A petal, Kara. A petal. So let's just think, okay, maybe, nope, I'm going to keep it at that. Oops, this guy needs some green. And let's see what else I want to get in here on. I want to get some more on here of this color. Too much water on my brush. Get the yellow leaf. Too much water on my brush. Now let me go in with some darker green. See how fast this is? How fun is that, you guys? Just in a few spots, some dark. there any color on my palette that I'm missing? There's pink, but we've got a lot of pink in the background. I got the red, I got that. I didn't get this turquoise. So maybe we can get some little guys here. Okay. So as we're waiting for those flowers to dry, then you say, like, I'm going to say, well, maybe some of this I don't want to be this wild looking, and so maybe some of it I'll clean up, but I don't know. I kind of like it, and I kind of think when I put the doodling in, everything's gonna stand out. And so I would wait till I finish with the doodling to see, like, do I want to clean the background? Do I want to clean up the background or not? That's what I would do personally. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna dry it with a blow dryer real quick. So it's time for intermission. Take a popcorn break. Okay, and now that I've dried it, I see, like, so I want to cover up some of this red, or get that to be more opaque. This is only going to take a second to dry because I didn't put any water on my brush. And then I want to add that red in here. Bing. And here. Bing. And here. Bing, 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 bing. And maybe in here. And I have a really good idea for this one. Okay, we're going to dry that, and then we're going to doodle. Okay. All right. I think so. I'm going to have a black Sharpie and a white white micron. And it's going to really, really start standing out. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take it upside down. And I'm going to get this one fixed up, because I think this bits of white and black in here is going to be really cool looking. Hi, Donna. Okay. That is fun. Okay, we'll go back to the white in a wee bit. All right, I have her upside down, so I'm just going to draw in. And remember, these are expressive. That is going to mean whimsical, illustrative, right? So they're illustrative, right? So that means we're not going for realism here, guys. I always say I'd rather just have a photograph than have a realistic looking painting. It's just me. Okay, so these guys, I'm just going to scribble around them. And I might use a smaller pen, but for you guys right now, we're going to do this because I just want to show you how cool, what a great effect you can get without expensive material with just a Sharpie. And this is even a cheaper Sharpie. It's not a Sharpie. But here we go with the doodling. So I don't know if you see this, where I make it darker in between. It makes a big difference. So like here, where there's intersections, I'm going to make it darker every time. And even like all the way like right here. That blue is wet, so I'm going to avoid it a little bit. It's not drying as quickly. It's the golden paint, and the Nova colors dry quicker than the golden. It's not necessarily a good thing, but for the sake of how I do things, it's a great thing. See how the black actually starts to brighten it up? Standing against the bright colors, it makes the colors shine, I believe. Cool, right? Looking better, looking better. Okay, and then I'm going to darken it up into these, darken up like these little spots in here where they're intersecting a little bit. I need a smaller pen for some of these details. I have one, so I'll pull it out in a second. We'll get around these guys. Spin it around. Who's going on a wonderful, exciting vacation this summer? We are going to I'm going to California tomorrow, and it's not exciting because my son is moving to Amsterdam. It's exciting. That's exciting for him. I should not say it's not exciting. He gets mad at me. But because he's moving to Amsterdam, we're not going this summer, but we're going in the fall, and we just booked our tickets last night to Amsterdam. And never have I ever been to Europe. So that's exciting. I told my husband I have to wait on that because that is still wet. I told my husband, nope, we are going. I don't care. We're going. When are you going to Amsterdam? We are going in October, like mid-October. So the weather, their seasons are the same as ours are because they're pretty much lateral to us on the equator. So they have fall when we do, and which is so convenient in winter and spring and all that. So we can kind of know what the weather's going to be like, you know? So that's super fun. Should be really pretty. I wish this wasn't wet. Okay, so now obviously, because you can see how much this makes this really pretty, this white brightens it up. You can tell if I don't want to clean up the background, if I want to keep that background like that, I need to add more white to this painting, right? And so I will probably add some little doodads coming up, maybe going right on top of there. Right over it. I love these guys. I don't know what they are, but I love them. I love doing them. See how that white just adds to it? It's crazy, isn't it? Let's go right over you. And I might just add some more white dots here. But we can add some white lines on this guy. Before I get the thinner markers out, yeah? See how that white just like totally added to it, right? And this guy. Okay. I wish this would dry so I could get, I think it's okay now. Ugh. 3 times I've done that tonight. 3 times. Get it off. Let me cover it. Hopefully that stays till I get back. We'll see. All right, I'm going to get this guy all cleaned up here. In my book, there's always room for more doodling. Okay, I'm going to grab a smaller pen and then we're almost going to be done. So now that we're dry, now I'm okay with pulling my microns out. I really try to keep them away from the paint because I ruin them. This is just a smaller pen, so I can put more like fine line details in. Just playing here. I mean, this is just the fun part, you guys. This is it, right? But I do go in, like whenever I do like these little doodles and all that, I do go in and clean up all my doodles and add like the darkness and spots. I might even like this go, like just literally darken this in 100% right here. Okay. It's going to work better with an acrylic pen, but just in some spots where it's just going to be dark because it's flower on top of flower, I might like darken in some spots, and you can see that just kind of makes the flowers, like right here, the flowers pop more. Do I have an acrylic marker? Nope, that's silver. Hello. So let's do that with acrylic. See how that like just kind of going in those little spots makes it pop a little bit more. And I will probably go home and get my acrylic markers and go over it with acrylic because I'm going to like the way that looks better. Or my smaller ones, my smaller acrylics. Okay, see how it pops now? Because I made that thicker, that black around the red, I made it thicker and darker, so it's going to pop, right? Same thing's going to happen with this guy. So it's going to pop, but he needs some white on him. Okay, so that is Speedy Expressive Florals. I hope you guys liked that. That was super fun. I can't wait to see what you do. Remember, it's not about getting a piece to sell. It's about kind of just practicing and loosening up and just kind of finding your jam. You can see like each one I painted is drew is very, very different. Because it's like, oh, let's just try these flowers. Let's try this. Let's go fast, right? Speed through it. And that way it becomes more expressive. Okie dokie, chokies, artichokes. Crap, I forgot you'll catch the replay. Oh, darn, you just got home. Thank you. Thank you, Sandy. All righty then. Good to see you guys. Thank you very much. Let's just wrap Gail in our love and prayers this week. For it is never, ever, ever, ever easy to lose a parent, no matter if it's their time to go or not. All right. Okay. Anybody have anything else to say or to ask? I will be gone this week, so Friday we won't have a happy hour. It's going to be Kara's coming home on a plane Friday, bawling her head off because she won't see her son for a long time. But it's okay. I'm actually going to see him sooner than I would have if he didn't go to Amsterdam, because I'm going to Amsterdam. So there's that. Hi, Lisa. How are you? Thank you, Lisa. All right, guys. Thank you very much. I appreciate you more than you know. And I will see you next week. Okay. Bye, guys.